Hey, what's up, man? What's going on? Hey, let me call you back, man.
Hey, man, how's it going?
Hi. So I have this stain, and I heard you're the guy.
Say no more. Valley Dry Cleaning's got you covered. There you go, man.
Cool, man. Hey, man, you got it out. What'd you guys do?
Let's just say we've got a secret weapon.
Thanks, man.
A weekend that just has nothing going on. Anything that was planned has been canceled. There's no air show today. There's nothing, no major events of any kind going on anywhere. So whatever you want to do, go out there and do it because you're on your own. It's 7:31 in the morning. We got birthdays. Take a look at the birthdays. We got birthdays. The big shot birthdays are like this. On March 14th, singer Phil Phillips. Remember him? I think he was the Sea of Love. He's 94 today. Michael Caine, one of my favorite actors, he's 87. Composer, conductor Quincy Jones. Did just about everything. He's 87 years old today. Country singer Michael Martin Murphy. He is Wildfire. He's 75. Former Chicago sax player Walter Parazater is 75. Actor Steve Canale. He was in Dallas. He's 74 years old today. Comedian Billy Crystal, 72 today. TV radio personality Rick Dees, he is 69. Adrian Zamed. Whatever happened to Adrian Zamed? He's 66. Singer Christian Bush of Sugarland. She's 50 years old today. Betsy Brandt of Breaking Bad. She is 47. Actress Grace Park, Hawaii Five-0 and Battlestar Galactica, 46 today. Singer keyboardist Taylor Hanson of Hanson is 37 today. I would have thought he'd a lot older than that. Anyway, that's the big shot birthdays. We got the local people coming up.
KXO AM 1230 can help you publicize your nonprofit group's upcoming events, and we're happy to do it at no charge. To take advantage of our offer, we ask that you let us know about the event at least 2 weeks ahead of time. Write down the important information. You know, who, what, where, when, and so on. Include a name and phone number of a contact person and mail or deliver the information to KXO, 420 Main Street, El Centro, California, 92243. Our email address is kxoamfm@kxoradio.com. The information you supply may be used as community news, public service announcements on the KXO info line, or on our website. If you're paying for promotion with another advertising medium, we do offer special nonprofit group rates to promote your event. KXO AM 1230 wants to work with you and your community group to make our Imperial Valley a better place. Tell us what's going on and we'll tell everyone else. KXO AM 1230, here to make a difference in the Valley.
Happy birthdays this morning going out to Angela Machado, Cassandra Williams, Clarissa Garcia, Connie Brown, Donnie Kilgore, Gilbert Espinosa, Isabel Valencia. We have John Ledoux, Marco Flores, Matthew Ortega, Patricia Amadon, Ralph Shabala, Roy Garcia, Sonia Del Rio, Viola Celis, Scarlett Ruiz, Thomas Ramirez, Mario Flores, and Ruben Pinedas. happy birthday to every single one. I have a wedding anniversary as well. Jesse and Renee Anaya, happy anniversary to you guys.
There's a lot going on right now, and broadcasters are on the ground covering all of it, bringing you the weather, the traffic, and breaking news, all while entertaining you 24 hours a day. Someone needs to tell you what's going on around the world and in our hometowns, and that someone is us. We are free radio. We are always there. We are broadcasters. Visit wearebroadcasters.com or text radio to 52886 to learn more. Furnished by NAB and this station.
And we've got your World and California News headlines brought to you by Locke Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist. For sales and service, call the experts at Locke Air Conditioning.
CBS News Update. The vote just after midnight was 363 to 40. The House voted overwhelmingly on a bill bolstering the social safety net and offering paid sick time to those affected by coronavirus. CBS's Tom Foti.
The early Saturday vote showed unusual and overwhelming bipartisan House support for the first effort by Congress to deal with the economic fallout of the coronavirus epidemic and to help encourage more testing. It came after President Trump signaled his backing for the package that would provide free coronavirus testing and 2 weeks of paid sick leave for workers forced off the job.
The measure also requires employers to extend up to 10 more weeks of family and medical leave paid at a 2/3 rate. Firms would be fully reimbursed by the federal government via tax credits. Apple says it's closing all its retail stores for the next 2 weeks, but continuing to pay its hourly workers as normal. There's been a run on food at the groceries. The latest move in Italy, a ban on walks in the park. CBS News Update. I'm Stephen Portnoy.
Whatever the weather brings this summer, you can rely on a York Affinity Premium Comfort System to keep your home cool and comfortable. Our new Affinity systems are smarter, more connected, and more efficient than ever before, and cut your energy costs by as much as 50%. Call Locke Air Conditioning, your local York dealer, at 760-353-4501. That's 353-4501 to schedule a free evaluation of your system and learn how you can move up to a new level of comfort and efficiency this season. Call now and ask about our 10-year extended labor warranty. Contractor's license 696216.
California headline news. Supermarkets have been swarmed as shoppers stock up on supplies because of coronavirus fears. California has had 250 cases and 6 have died. Public schools in many parts of California are now being shut down. Sacramento County Superintendent David Gordon says they could be closed for up to 3 weeks starting Monday.
The main reason that we're doing this is to help the community in the fight against the spread of COVID-19 and to make sure that we're taking all necessary steps to protect our students.
A big drug bust off the coast of Santa Barbara.
Law enforcement agents jumped into action after seeing a boat make landfall and seized over 5,300 pounds of marijuana. They also recovered 42 gallons of cannabis oil, and the entire load was worth around $8 million. Jim Forbes, NBC News Radio.
Mike Salceda, California Headline News.
And the World and California News headlines brought to you this morning by Locke Air Conditioning. For your air conditioning and sheet metal needs, call Locke Air Conditioning today, 760-353-4501.
I never chose to become a gambling addict, but what I did choose was to get help from a professional counselor. Admitting I was powerless to solve my problem, that opened the doors. I thought I was beyond repair until I called 1-800-GAMBLER and was provided life-changing resources and referrals at zero cost to me.
For no-cost gambling addiction counseling, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text SUPPORT to 53342. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
Attention coffee lovers. Panera Bread has created a completely new way to drink coffee, introducing an unlimited coffee subscription for just $8.99 a month. That means you can have great quality coffee on Monday, Tuesday, and coffee Wednesday, Thursday through Sunday for just $8.99 a month. You can have coffee before your coffee, coffee after your coffee, or even coffee with a side of coffee, and you'll still only pay $8.99 a month. Yep, with Panera's new unlimited coffee subscription, your cup is always full. Restrictions apply. Participating cafes only.
California Headline News.
And everything has been brought to you by what we just told you. Got your page 1 of the local news. It's a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in 2 locations in the Valley, in Brawley at Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and in El Centro on Imperial Avenue, right next to Food for Less. IBC Board of Trustees met yesterday at the college. They voted on to adopt a resolution declaring an emergency due to COVID-19 and give the Superintendent President Garcia the powers of the emergency declaration. The word is that they have suspended classes. Classes will be held via online, and the school will be closed down. That is the word out of the college from students. The Imperial County Elections Department has updated results from the March 3rd presidential primary election. Race for Imperial Irrigation District Division 2 got a little bit closer. Challenger J.B. Hamby leads with 1,930 votes. That's 41.11% of the ballots. Bruce Kuhn, the incumbent, has 1,247 votes for 26.56% of the vote. But Ryan Childers has made the race for the two spots on the November ballot a lot closer. The El Centro attorney has 1,234 votes. That's 26.28% of the vote, and Childers has cut into Kuhn's lead for second place. As of March 12th, there are an estimated 2,590 unprocessed ballots, 1,985 provisional ballots, and an additional 665 other ballots pending further review. No significant changes were reported in any of the other races.
It's Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with two locations in the Valley, on Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less in El Centro, and in the Brawley Auto Plaza, Highway 86 and Julia Drive. Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. They're open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. till 6 p.m., Saturdays 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. And Quick Lane has the best prices on name brand tires, guaranteed. Just ask your Quick Lane advisor for details. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro.
An apparent home invasion in Imperial resulted in the death of the intruder. According to a press release from the Imperial Police Department, at 10:30 p.m. Thursday, officers responded to a residence in the northwest area of the city. A resident told police that he had shot an armed man attempting to break into his home. Officers located a deceased male, a minor, inside the house. Officers also recovered a knife from the scene. No other information has been released at this time. Investigation into the incident is continuing. Anyone with any information is asked to contact the Imperial Police Department. A 20-year-old Brawley man has been charged in the death of an El Centro student. The U.S. Attorney's Office has announced that 20-year-old Lorenzo Anthony Garcia of Brawley has been charged in the overdose death of a 15-year-old Central Union High School student. According to U.S. Attorney Robert S. Brewer, Jr., Garcia was arraigned before U.S. Magistrate Judge Ruth Bermudez Montenegro on Wednesday. According to the complaint, Garcia was allegedly dealing counterfeit blue M30 oxycodone pills laced with fentanyl. The CUHS student overdosed on the drugs and died October 8, 2019. The complaint also alleges that Garcia, even after he knew the pills were counterfeit, continued to distribute the drugs. Garcia faces a minimum of 20 years up to a maximum of life in prison, as well as up to $1 million in fines. That's page one of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in El Centro on Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less, and in Brawley on Highway 86 and Julia Drive. Quick Lane services all makes and models, and you will never need an appointment.
While cigarette smoking among youth has dropped over the past decade, e-cigarettes, or vapes, have become the most commonly used tobacco products among California high school students. Central Union High School District, Brawley Union High School District, and Calexico Unified School District have partnered with the Imperial County Office of Education, the Coalition for a Tobacco-Free Imperial County, the County Public Health Department, and other local agencies to help parents and students understand the impact of vaping. They will be offering community events to highlight the dangers of vaping. Thursday, March 19th at 5:30 p.m. at the Brawley High School Gym. Thursday, April 2nd at 5:30 p.m. at Varner Gym on the Calexico High School campus. These presentations will include information on what is an e-cigarette, vaping trends and dangers, and more. The events are free. and all parents and students are welcome to attend.
And here's page 2 of the local news, brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for your life and health insurance needs or retirement planning. IID opposes AB 2629. The bill was introduced by Assemblyman Chad Mays. The Imperial Irrigation District says if enacted, the legislation would require the California Energy Commission to produce a report to the legislature that recommends options for the district's continued electrical service to its customers in the Coachella Valley. The rights to provide those same customers with electrical service were part of a broader 99-year compromise agreement reached between local governments, IID, and Coachella Valley Water District in 1934. The agreement will reach its full term in 2033. IID Board President Norma Sierra Galindo says the introduction of the bill is yet another attempt to bypass a locally driven process in favor of a top-down approach from a state agency that raises serious concerns for the district. Galindo said the IID intends to continue to oppose any action by outside interests who wish to insert themselves into the district's governance structure and police policy-making responsibilities. Events scheduled around the county. State policy has affected all those local events. The new state policies were enacted to slow the spread of COVID-19. Annual air show at the Naval Air Facility, that was canceled, as was the Food and Entertainment Fest on the base. This weekend, the pulled pork cook-off in Hopeville canceled. Other events include the CrossFit Imperial Valley fundraising competition in Imperial. That event was to benefit the Ronald McDonald House Charities of San Diego. Imperial Valley Desert Museum has moved their Indigenous Cultures Day to May 23rd, and the Imperial Valley Ag Expo has been postponed. Most all events that anticipate crowds larger than 250 will be rescheduled as well. Scammers take advantage of any opportunity. There is reportedly a new scam related to COVID-19 or the coronavirus. Scammers are using emails, social media, or phone calls about the disease to spread misinformation in order to ask for donations or sell products that purport to prevent coronavirus. It is suggested that you do not click on any links from unknown sources. This might download a virus on your computer or phone. Make sure you to research any organization or charity asking for donations for victims of the coronavirus, and be on the lookout for any emails claiming to be from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention or experts purporting to have information about the disease. For information on COVID-19 or the coronavirus, go to your local public health department website or the CDC website, the official website. We'll take a look at your weather in just a minute.
David H. West Insurance has been helping residents in Imperial Valley for many years with their insurance needs. David, Jose, and staff are trained professionals who can help you make the right decision with your insurance coverage, from health, Medicare, and most importantly, a life insurance plan. How much life insurance do you need and what's your monthly cost? We'll call David H. West Insurance today to make an appointment and get a free quote on a life insurance plan that's right for you and your family at 760-352-3411. That's 352-3411.
The high temperature yesterday, 71 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 51. National Weather Service says drier and somewhat warmer conditions can be expected today behind the exiting upper-level low-pressure system. After a brief dry period this weekend, another colder but not as wet storm system is expected toward the middle of next week. A best window for rain chances is likely to be Wednesday into Thursday morning of next week. Weather forecast calling for sunny skies today. Highs right near 75. South to southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Overnight lows around 53. West to southwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Sunday, mostly sunny skies. Highs right near 76. West to southwest winds 5 miles per hour. Monday, partly cloudy skies. Overnight, the high temperatures right near 75. Winds will be light and variable on Monday. And right now, we're looking at 52 degrees, 87% the relative humidity. Air Pollution Control District says air quality moderate in Calexico and Mexicali. Air quality is good for the rest of the region. Page 2 of the local news has been brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for health insurance plans and Medicare supplement coverage. David H. West Insurance Services. Your border wait update this hour. You got 8 lanes open downtown, 25 to 30-minute wait. No wait in the Century Lane, 30 to 35-minute wait if you're walking. Eastport, the Gateway Port, 2 regular lanes open, 30 to 35-minute wait. 25-minute wait in the 4 ready lanes. No wait in the East Century Lane, 30 to 35-minute wait at the Andrade Port.
Dad, they're hungry.
Siri, restaurants nearby.
Here are some options.
I want Sunny Footlet fries.
And I want an Imperial Thick Burger.
But I want a salad.
Okay, I just want a juicy burger and an ice cold beer. And I don't want to miss the game.
Everyone quiet, please. I have the place. Burgers and beer. Great food. Ice cold beer, and you can watch your favorite game.
Burgers and Beer has something delicious for everyone. Burgers and Beer. The best burgers in town.
You're welcome.
And in sports this morning, Raptors test negative for the COVID-19, where they were the last opponents of the Jazz. Jazz player Rudy Gobert was the one who tested positive for the COVID-19 and forced the NBA to cancel the season, or at least postpone it for right now. Angels are staying vigilant on the virus symptoms with Charles Barkley test pending. NBA great Charles Barkley, who is awaiting the results of a coronavirus test that he underwent after feeling ill, spent significant time with members of the Los Angeles Angels on March 2nd. Barkley, who did not appear on TNT's Inside the NBA on Thursday, revealed he was self-isolating after not feeling well during a trip to New York, and he said he had been tested for the virus, still waiting results. NASCAR, the latest casualty of the virus scare. NASCAR has postponed its next 2 race weekends, calling off events at Atlanta Motor Speedway and Homestead Miami Speedway amid the ongoing coronavirus outbreak. The NASCAR had announced that they would hold the races, but without spectators. Now they have postponed the events altogether. 7-time NASCAR champion Jimmy Johnson said he will do an IndyCar team test with McLaren Racing on April 6th. So apparently he's not busy enough.
There's a lot going on right now, and broadcasters are on the ground covering all of it, bringing you the weather, the traffic, and breaking news, all while entertaining you 24 hours a day. Someone needs to tell you what's going on around the world and in our hometowns, and that someone is us. We are free radio. We are always there. We are broadcasters. Visit wearebroadcasters.com or text radio to 52886 to learn more. Furnished by NAB and this station.
And Florida Senate has proclaimed Florida State the national champion. Florida State Seminoles are the national champions, at least in the eyes of the state Senate. The coronavirus outbreak put an end to the NCAA men's basketball tournament before it could begin, prompting the state Senate, State Senator Joe Grutters to introduce a resolution Thursday proclaiming the Noles champions by default. Lawmakers voted 37-2 to pass the resolution late Friday. Of course, that is only good in Florida. NCAA mulled a 16-team tournament. They thought about it over one weekend before finally coming to the decision to cancel the tournaments altogether. The Augusta National announces the Masters will be postponed. Masters tournament, golf's first major championship of the year, will be postponed because of the coronavirus outbreak, Augusta National officials announced yesterday morning. And also in golf, Hideki Matsuyama, he tied a record before the Players' Championship was canceled. Fans were scattered around the ninth green, saw Hideki Matsuyama finish with a 25-foot eagle putt to tie the course record at TPC Sawgrass and take the lead at the Players' Championship when it was called and postponed, or whatever they're going to do with it. In tennis, Serena Williams is mapping out a plan with the tennis circuit on hiatus. Tennis is taking 6 weeks off. She said she's going to spend the next 6 weeks in solitude, just kind of thinking things over. NFL free agency, Patriots have signed Matthew Slater to a 2-year extension. According to reports, 8-time Pro Bowler will continue his career with the New England Patriots, at least for the next couple of years. David Sampson says he believes that the Major League Baseball will not play a regular season game until Memorial Day. He said he expects a lengthy hiatus for Major League Baseball. And David Sampson, of course, is a commentator on baseball. College basketball rankings, the Kansas finished number 1 in the final top 25 and won but shortened the 2019-20 season. Bill Self's Jayhawks led the nation with 12 Quadrant 1 victories. Okay, so Kansas is actually at the top of the list, on that list anyway. That's it. That's a look at sports. We've got your business and weather news coming up next.
KXO AM 1230 can help you publicize your nonprofit group's upcoming events, and we're happy to do it at no charge. To take advantage of our offer, we ask that you let us know about the event at least 2 weeks ahead of time. Write down the important information. You know, who, what, where, when, and so on. Include a name and phone number of a contact person and mail or deliver the information to KXO, 420 Main Street, El Centro, California, 92243. Our email address is kxoamfm@kxoradio.com. The information you supply may be used as community news, public service announcements on the KXO info line, or on our website. If you're paying for promotion with another advertising medium, we do offer special nonprofit group rates to promote your event. KXO AM 1230 wants to work with you and your community group to make our Imperial Valley a better place. Tell us what's going on and we'll tell everyone else. KXO AM 1230, here to make a difference in the Valley.
And in financial news this morning, U.S. stocks booked their biggest daily gains since October 28, 2008, after President Trump declared a national emergency to combat the coronavirus epidemic, day after the Dow and the S&P 500 index suffered their biggest one-day plunge since October of 1987 in the crash then. A national emergency declaration unleashes $50 billion of funds to help contain the COVID-19 pandemic, but financial market conditions are expected to remain volatile in the wake of this week's global market carnage. The Dow Jones Industrial Average soared 1,985 points, or 9.4%, to settle in at 26,079.16, while the S&P 500 index rose 230.38 points, or 9.3%, to close at 2711.02. NASDAQ Composite Index gained 673.07 points, or 9.4%, to end at 7,874.88. On Thursday, the Dow and the S&P 500 suffered their worst day since the Black Monday crash of October 19, 1997. Dow plunged 2352.60 points, or 10%, to end at 21,262. The S&P 500 shed 9.5%, or 260.74 points, to close at 2,480.64. NASDAQ tumbled 9.4%, or 750.25 points, to finish at 7,201.80. Last time, the S&P 500 had back-to-back 9% moves in October 1929, and the last time the Dow Jones had back-to-back 9% moves was on February 13th, 1932. For the week, Dow was down at 10.4%. S&P 500 index booked an 8.8% decline, while the NASDAQ saw an 8.2% weekly plunge. Got your weather coming up. The high temperature yesterday, 71 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 51. National Weather Service says drier and somewhat warmer conditions can be expected today behind the exiting upper-level low-pressure system. After a brief dry period this weekend, another colder but not as wet storm system is expected toward the middle of next week. A best window for rain chances is likely to be Wednesday into Thursday morning of next week. Weather forecast calling for sunny skies today. Highs right near 75. South to southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Overnight lows around 53. West to southwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Sunday, mostly sunny skies, highs right near 76. West to southwest winds 5 miles per hour. Monday, partly cloudy skies. Overnight, the high temperatures right near 75. Winds will be light and variable on Monday.
There's a lot going on right now, and broadcasters are on the ground covering all of it, bringing you the weather, the traffic, and breaking news, all while entertaining you 24 hours a day. Someone needs to tell you what's going on around the world and in our hometowns, and that someone is us. We are free radio. We are always there. We are broadcasters. Visit wearebroadcasters.com or text radio to 52886 to learn more. Furnished by NAB and this station.
It's 8 o'clock at KXO El Centro, California.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Capital One Bank.
I'm Stephen Portnoy in Washington. At least 52 Americans have now died of the coronavirus. New York City's first death was reported this morning, a woman in her 80s who already had emphysema. Overnight, a bipartisan show of support in the House for a coronavirus response bill. CBS's Ben Tracy.
That bill does call for free testing for any American that needs one. And the White House says that it's going to unveil a new website as soon as tomorrow that will actually screen for who should be tested. But at this point, the president still can't say when any American who needs a test can get one.
The bill also requires employers to provide 2 weeks of paid sick time for workers who've had to stay home due to the virus. On top of that, up to 10 weeks of family and medical leave at a 2/3 pay rate subject to fine print. All of it aimed at protecting hourly workers who might stand to lose income if they or members of their family come down with the virus. Employers would be reimbursed by the federal government through tax credits. The bill now moves to the Senate for action next week. Overnight, the White House released a letter from the president's doctor saying he need not be tested for coronavirus, despite recently being in contact with 2 Brazilians who've tested positive. His physician says Mr. Trump isn't showing any symptoms. The Pentagon now says no one who's been overseas in the past 14 days is allowed inside the building. There's been a run on grocery stores. Many establishments are closing. But as CBS's Bud Mishkin reports, it's hard to stop the fun seekers.
The state of Illinois and city of Chicago have banned all events involving more than 1,000 people, and events of 250 or more are strongly discouraged. But some pub crawls this weekend are still on the books.
We were going to do a bar crawl, and we think probably better maybe to just stay at someone's house, for the majority of the day, and then go to maybe 1 or 2 bars.
I don't think I'm going to go because I'm worried about my parents and grandparents potentially and other older family members getting sick.
If more than 1,000 people gather in one area, Chicago police can step in and shut it down. Bud Mishkin, CBS News.
In Texas, an RV park was the target of a devastating tornado last night. Reporter Jacob Brandenburg is in Reeves County.
Several residents were still on their way home from work when the storm hit.
And it was bad. I was making my truck sway to the right. It was really scary. So, and when I drove through it, there was hail and stuff. And then next thing I know, I get a call, like minutes after driving through the storm, that my trailer park or where I live is gone, or I can't live there anymore. So here I am grabbing my stuff.
The sheriff said residents would be able to return to the RV park as early as Saturday morning and begin putting back together their lives.
This is CBS.
Why settle for average? With Capital One, you can open an account with a savings rate 5 times the national average. Welcome to Banking Reimagined. What's in your wallet? Capital One N.A., member FDIC.
There's an app to save on flights, an app to rent a bike, and an app to help you save for driving safely. The Allstate app gives you real-time driving feedback with DriveWise, giving you the power to lower your insurance cost. In fact, safe drivers can save 40% or more. Connect and save with DriveWise. You're in good hands.
Download the Allstate app today. Savings may vary by state and driving behaviors. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Use of Allstate Mobile with activation of DriveWise required. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
America is a great big country
filled with all kinds of different people.
And we all count.
That's why the 2020 census
wants to make sure we're all counted.
Why is it so important?
Because the census helps inform how hundreds of billions of dollars will be spent each year for things like
new roads, health clinics,
even more school programs.
So make sure you're counted.
Because you count.
Shape your future. Start here. Complete the census at 2020census.gov. Paid for by U.S. Census Bureau.
A prominent Florida Democrat has been trying to explain just what happened the other night. CBS's Matt Piper.
Andrew Gillum, the former Tallahassee mayor who ran for Florida governor in 2018, was found in a Miami hotel room with two other men and what police say are suspected bags of meth. One of the men was suspected to have overdosed on drugs and is reportedly a gay escort. Police say when they got to the room, Gillum was unable to answer any questions due to his inebriated state. Responding officers say they found 3 small clear bags suspected of containing crystal methamphetamine in the hotel room. Gillum released a statement denying any allegations that he used drugs. The married father of 3 was not taken into custody and says he will spend the next few weeks with his family. Matt Piper, CBS News.
A Canadian woman and her Italian partner kidnapped in Burkina Faso in 2018 have been found alive in Mali by UN peacekeepers. They're said to be doing well. I'm Stephen Portnoy, CBS News.
Are you more than $10,000 in debt? Feel like you are on a never-ending treadmill, staying in one place and never getting ahead? You feel like there is no way out and you're just robbing Peter to pay Paul? There are programs in place to help you get free of your debt and you pay only a fraction of what you owe. The program at Total Financial Freedom can help you get debt-free in months rather than decades. Your debt can be settled for a mere fraction of what you owe. Call Total Financial now at 800-899-8922. That's 800-899-8922.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies.
I have a compromised immune system, so I've been taking the 3 veggie and 3 fruit for 2 years, and I have not gotten sick. It's unbelievable. I feel like a normal person. I'm not tired. I don't wake up tired, and it's just amazing to me that there's such a difference.
Right now, Balance of Nature is offering 35% off on any new preferred order. Go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code FRUITS.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with George Gale.
The sweet guy. He's a genius guy. Not so pretty, but awfully sweet.
AM 1230.
Oh, I'm glad you're here because I want you to hear this.
KXO. 1230 KXO.
Understand that this is hard for the community. Whenever there's a new disease, there's a lot of concern because there's a lot of things that we don't know. But we have a lot of information out there, and we've been working really, really hard to try to share that information, and we are here for you. As Mr. Chairman said, our website has a lot of information. It's linked to other websites such as CDC and CDPH, which is the State Health Department. They've issued a lot of guidance with regard to things like schools and mass gatherings, and that is what we are using to make our decisions. As you're aware, we had 2 cases reported. They are considered presumptively positive, and as Chairman Plancarte said, that's because it has to go to the CDC for confirmation. However, because they are presumptively positive, we are still acting as if they are confirmed because we have confidence in the public health lab where the tests were run. I want to make it clear that these 2 cases are travel-associated cases. Both of these people, a husband and wife, traveled from Florida where they got exposed and became infected and then unfortunately became ill. They then returned here to Imperial County. Fortunately, they sought medical care. They were identified as potentially having been exposed, and the medical providers asked the health department to make testing available for them, and we did, and that's why we have the test results. But again, it's really important that everyone understand that these cases were travel related. They were not exposed here in Imperial County. There is not at this time any evidence that we have community spread of COVID-19, and that's very important because that will guide decisions with regard to what interventions should take place. As I noted, they did put out guidance last night from the State Health Department with regard to mass gatherings, and in general what they have recommended is through the end of March that all gatherings over 250 people should be canceled. And we did just receive word that the air show is going to be canceling this weekend. I do think it's important to understand that it's not just large gatherings. For people who are high risk, which would be people over the age of 60 or people who have health conditions that increase the risk of having severe COVID-19, they want them to limit themselves to gatherings of less than 10 people. Obviously that's quite difficult, and when you take into account that most mass gatherings will have people over the age of 60 or people that do have health conditions. In actuality, from a practical point of view, we're going to be recommending that most gatherings, even those with more than 10 people, should hopefully either reschedule or look for alternative mechanisms such as online or Skype or other meetings that don't require face-to-face interactions. In addition to mass gatherings, the state has put out guidance to schools, and that includes colleges and universities. I'm sure many of you have heard that many of the colleges and universities across the state have chosen to close temporarily just to be on the safe side. We have not made a specific decision in Imperial County yet with regard to closing schools because, as I said, we do not have evidence of community transmission. But my staff and I will be working closely with the officials at the schools and looking at what's going on to make decisions. Our utmost concern is the safety of the residents of this county, including our children, but also their parents, the staff, and all of the rest of the members of our community. Thank you very much.
Hello?
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Oh, hello, Barney.
Hello? 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 Hello?
Bonjour.
Hi. How you doing there? Yo! Hello!
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yo, yo. Hello? 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 Hello?